Has anyone ever told you the real truth about life after 80? I don't mean the cliches, slower mornings or more time for hobbies. I mean the kind of truth that stirs something deep inside. Because turning 80 doesn't just mark another birthday. It marks a shift, a quiet one that creeps in when no one is watching. That's why you should stay with us through the very end, because there's something important waiting for you there. But first, if you're here now, type "I'm listening" in the comments so I know you're with me. And if what you hear resonates, please like and share this video. Someone out there needs it as much as you do. One of the first things that changes after 80 isn't your health, but your world. The people in it begin to slowly disappear. Friends who used to call every weekend now call once in a while, if at all. Neighbors move away. A sibling who once felt like your anchor fades into silence. And you're left with a strange awareness. The phone doesn't ring like it used to. The house feels quieter after dinner. Conversations grow fewer, and the ones that remain feel more distant. It's not anyone's fault. Life moves on. People get busy, distracted, older. But the absence is real. You begin to feel it in the pauses, the longer mornings, the evenings that stretch with too much quiet. And suddenly what once felt like a rich, bustling life starts to thin out. I once knew a man who said, "It's not the silence that hurts, it's realizing how full the noise used to be." But here's the truth. This shrinking circle doesn't have to leave you powerless. You can still reach out. You can still build new connections, maybe smaller, maybe slower, but still meaningful. Because even when voices fade, your voice matters. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt this shift. Just type 1 if any of this speaks to you. And remember, we're just getting started. After 80, your body doesn't whisper anymore. It speaks loud and clear. The small aches that used to vanish after a good night's sleep now linger for days. Fatigue becomes harder to shake even after rest. You might feel fine in the morning, and by dinner, something feels off. A slight cough, a bit of dizziness, a sore joint. And suddenly you're in a doctor's office hearing unfamiliar words: monitoring, imaging, possible admission. That's the part no one really prepares you for. One moment everything is normal. The next something small shifts, and your entire routine is rewritten. It's not just the pain that unsettles you, it's the unpredictability. You do all the right things, eat well, stretch, sleep, and still your body seems to make decisions without consulting you. I remember Gloria, 81, who loved gardening and walking the neighborhood. She was sharp, active, proud of her independence. But one small fall while trimming a bush turned into weeks of recovery. She told me, "I thought it was just a break, but my body treated it like the end of a chapter." And that's the reality. After 80, recovery isn't a return. It's a slow adaptation, but there's strength in that adaptation. When you know the bounce isn't coming, you start to walk differently, with more attention, more care, more intention. You treat your energy with the respect it deserves. Health becomes a daily devotion, not a given. And in that shift, something beautiful emerges. A deep, quiet resilience that refuses to give in. If you've noticed your body slowing down in ways you didn't expect, type 2 in the comments. And keep watching, because understanding what's coming next might just change how you face it. There comes a moment after 80 when independence begins to take on a new shape. It doesn't leave you, it evolves. The changes start quietly. You hesitate before reaching the top shelf. You hold the railing a little tighter. You second-guess driving when the sky looks cloudy. And although part of you still feels as capable as ever, another part whispers, "Maybe not today." What makes this stage so difficult isn't just the tasks themselves. It's what asking for help feels like. For someone who's spent a lifetime taking care of others, becoming the one who needs care can feel like surrendering a part of your identity. But it's not surrender, it's wisdom. Eugene, 85, used to do everything on his own. He'd lived through war, built his own home, raised 4 kids, but one winter he slipped on his icy driveway. No major injury, just bruised pride. He didn't tell anyone, but his daughter noticed. She started bringing groceries and staying for coffee. At first, he resisted. "I'm fine," he'd say. But eventually, he admitted, "It's nice not having to carry everything alone. That moment is the turning point. Accepting help isn't losing freedom, it's protecting it. It's allowing others to help you stay upright, stay home, stay active. Sometimes help is a friend. Sometimes it's a grab bar in the shower or a stool in the kitchen. None of it takes away your strength, it safeguards it. So if you've ever struggled with this transition, from doing everything to doing what's wise, type 3 below. You're not giving up. You're learning to lead in a different way. One of the hardest things to explain about aging is the way the world slowly stops noticing you. Not your family, perhaps, but the world outside. The cashier looks past you. The server talks louder, slower, as if you're not fully present. The doctor addresses your adult child instead of you. At first, it's subtle. Then it becomes routine. And no matter how composed or grounded you are, something inside starts to shrink. Because we don't just want to live. We want to be seen. To be recognized for the lives we've led, the lessons we carry, the quiet battles we've won. I remember Irene, 86, who volunteered at a local museum. She'd lived through the very era featured in an exhibit. A guest asked a question, something she knew better than anyone, but the staff answered without even looking her way. When I asked how that felt, she smiled gently and said, "I'm used to it." But behind her eyes was something deeper, the pain of being bypassed. Here's the truth: you are not invisible. You are not done. You are a living library, a voice that carries decades of wisdom, a witness to time. And the world may forget that, but you don't have to. You can still speak, still write, still show up and remind everyone around you that you're here and that your presence matters. If you've ever felt unseen, type 4 in the comments. Your story still matters, and we're not done yet. As life slows down, something else begins to creep in. Space. Space to think, to remember, to replay. And that can be beautiful or heavy. It's in those long afternoons, those slow mornings, that quiet questions emerge. Why didn't I take that trip? Why did I wait to say that? What am I meant to do now? After a life of giving, raising, building, running, it's strange when all of it stops. When there's no agenda, no deadline, just hours. Stanley, 88, had taught for over 4 decades. After retiring, he felt proud, but also oddly hollow. "No one needs me anymore," he once said. But he was wrong. Purpose doesn't end, it changes. You might no longer be a provider, a leader, a builder, but you're still here, still able to offer presence, attention, stories, warmth. You can still smile at your neighbor, teach your great-grandchildren what no textbook ever will, or offer kindness to someone who's hurting. That's not less, that's more than enough. Regret only wins when we let it settle in too deep. But when you shift your purpose from productivity to presence, from doing to being, you begin to feel whole again. Your time isn't empty, it's sacred. If you've ever felt that ache of wondering what comes next, type 5 below, and stay with us. We're about to bring it all together. Reaching your 80s isn't a soft landing. It's a steep, powerful summit. You've lived through loss, love, joy, change, and silence. And yes, it comes with new realities. But none of them take away your power. They only redefine it. You get to keep choosing. You can still choose connection over isolation. You can ask for help without shame. You can speak up when someone overlooks you, and speak softly when someone needs comfort. You can forgive yourself for what never happened, and honor yourself for all that did. This isn't the final page, it's the chapter where everything deepens, where every moment becomes heavier with meaning, where every smile you offer holds the weight of years behind it. So if anything in this video touched your heart, let us know in the comments. Share which moment spoke to you most. Like this video, subscribe, and pass it along to someone you love. Because this message, this truth, is something we all deserve to carry with us. And now, as promised, here's what I want you to remember. You are not fading. You are refining. You are not disappearing, you are distilling. The world may move faster, but your stillness holds more power than they know. We're grateful you stayed with us. And we'll see you in the next video.